went into the Hutchinsons at the reunion, and they said that they had been trying to have a kid and had no luck. And Celeste had this brainstorm of putting them together with Chelsea.
When did this happen? I can't believe Scott didn't tell me.
Well, he probably just didn't have a chance. Anyway, the important thing is they're going back to Seattle tonight. And it looks like Chelsea finally has a home. And I knew how happy that would make you.
Yeah, of course, that's great. But Michael, what do we know about these people? I mean, are we sure that we know all the information about them? Are they the right people for her or what?
Well, here are the matchmakers. Why don't you ask them?
Katerine's not here.
You know, she may have changed her hair at some point in time. That would make her look different.
I've kept that in mind, but none of the faces match up, Cruz. Sorry.
I guess it's time to put you together with a Selena.
Who's Selena?
Selena Garcia, she's our police artist here. You just tell her what you saw and she'll draw a face. Okay? You uncomfortable with that?
Has she ever worked with a psychic before?
Yes, as a matter of fact.
Good. Just don't want anybody else staring at me cross-eyed like your friend Ramon. It's very inhibiting.
Yeah, well, Sandra, it doesn't matter if people have doubts about you, because I don't. Remember that.
You can't stop me, Cece. I'm Mason's legal wife. I have rights. Hey! Get your lips off my husband!
So the Hutchinsons are old friends of yours, huh?
You met them. They were at the reunion. They've been together since we were in high school. We actually used to double date all the time.
Well, it seems to have been a big point in their favor with the Child Welfare Board, because it seems that their relationship is very stable.
True blue. As a matter of fact, Bob used to never dance with anybody else when we were in high school. Do you remember that, Scotty?
So does Chelsea know that this is definite yet?
Well, I'm about to pick her up, and I'm going to bring her back over to the chapel. And I thought that you might like to be there for the big event, you know, if you're not too busy.
Well, that sounds great, as long as somebody's here to hold down the fort. Would you mind, Celeste?
Of course not. No.
Thanks.
You know what, Celeste, you should probably go. I mean, you're the one that got this whole thing off the ground.
No, Heather, don't be ridiculous. You've known Chelsea a long time. Please, go.
All right, look, we won't be back too late, all right?
All right, just will you make sure and give her a hug for me, please?
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
I will.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Miss Garcia's waiting in the interrogation room. You ready, Miss Mills?
I guess so.
Hold on a second, Wayne. Are we still questioning DeFranco about the Mason Capwell shooting?
But it's not going anywhere. You know how it is when these guys have family connections. He's not going to give us anything.
Yeah, especially with that lawyer he's got. He's going to put us through hoops. If that Togliatti guy's still around, why don't you have him drop by my office? I'd like to meet him.
Okay.
Look, Ramon's going to take you down to see Selena. You'll like her. There's no rush, so just feel free to take your time. Okay?
All right.
Good luck.
Inspector Castillo?
Yeah,
I was on my way out. They told me questioning was over.
it is. I just wanted to shake your hand.
Oh.
Mason Capwell is my brother-in-law. Thank you for saving his life.
I just happened to be in the right place at the right time, that's all.
Twice, I understand. A lot of people would have steered clear of a man with Lyle DeFranco's reputation. I guess you got some guts, huh?
Oh, come on, you've seen DeFranco. He doesn't have one foot in the grave. He's got the whole leg in there.
Yeah, but he's standing on people he filled the hole up with. Without you, we might never have caught up with him. Now, if we can just figure out who hired the man, we can kill two birds with one stone. It's a good deal.
So DeFranco, he didn't say anything, right?
About what?
Who hired him?
Not yet.
Thank God you got one guy in custody, huh?
Yeah. So tell me, Mr. Togliatti, is that how you say it?
That's right.
What do you do? What is your line of business when you're not tackling snipers?
You know, a little of this, a little of that, import, export.
You import anything in particular?
Ladies' apparel, mostly.
Oh, what a shame. We could use a guy like you in the force.
The police force. I don't think that's for me.
Why not?
I kind of wash out in blue.
Yeah, well, you get in touch if you ever change your mind.
Nice meeting you.
Pleasure.
Disgrazia. You bring shame to the Tagliati
Hey,
family.
knock it off. It's all right. It's all right.
Sonny may have married you, Gina, but I voted to abstain.
Well, you try explaining that to the judge. And after all, it was your body standing there at the altar, and those words came out of your mouth.
Son, why don't you tell the lady how an annulment works?
In this state, Gina, there are a few legitimate reasons for an annulment, but fortunately, mental illness is one of them. I don't think we'll have any trouble proving that.
No, there's plenty of mental illness around here. And you're as crazy as he is, Julia, if you think Sonny's not going to come back. I mean, how many times does that have to happen to you people? I mean, a couple of days. Sonny will be back. And then what are you going to do when he reappears, Julia?
I don't know. Maybe buy me a 10-gallon hat and a pair of spurs.
Come on before I call security.
Dad, wait. I'd like to talk to her. Would you leave us alone for just a minute?
Are you sure you want to do this?
Well, Gina has expressed a longing for further proof of my alter ego's demise.
What?
You want proof that Sprocket is dead. I mean to convince you. This won't take but a minute.
Wait till you see what I smuggled in here for you. Best bourbon money can buy. And if that wasn't enough, I got you some cool, cold branch water to make it go down nice and easy. Now, you want that in a cup, cowboy, or since we're in a hospital, how about if I just set it up in an IV for you?
I detest bourbon. Do you have any champagne?
I'll tell you what, I got some music here. Some of your old favorites. Yeah, there's Willie. And Willie, and more Willie.
Willie who?
Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. Don't let them, come on, sing guitar.
Gina.
What?
Give it up. Sonny Sprocket is burning in hell, trust me.
I don't. I don't believe it. I think that there's a Sonny in there somewhere. Sonny. Sonny. I knew you'd come back.
Dream on, Gina. Used every weapon in your arsenal and you didn't even break the skin. Do me a favor, would you? Would you send Julia in here while you're on your way out?
Gina, cosa stai facendo?
Tell you what, how'd you like to be my guest at a bonfire?
Is it all Sonny stuff?
You bet it is. When I think of how hard I worked to go along with this idiocy, all that sappy music I listened to, the cheap bourbon I drank, the hoedowns I hoed at, and all for what? So Meyson could turn around and look down his nose at me.
Okay, calm down, calm down. Take a breather. Just have a seat. There's no need to get yourself in such an uproar.
You know, I thought it was just a matter of time. And I could get along with Meyson, and I'd throw him the right cues, and he'd become Sonny again. You know, come out loaded for bear. Well, it didn't happen that way. Sonny's gone. Sonny's gone for good. So are any chances I had of getting Brandon.
Do not say that.
Mason's gonna have the marriage annulled. That means I'm gonna have 2 annulments from 2 husbands in 6 months. What judge do you think is gonna think I'm a good candidate for motherhood?
You are a wonderful mother. I will testify to that.
Oh, great, Bunny, I got one lone character witness. You're gonna go and testify that I'm a great mother. Only what judge is gonna care when he finds out that you've got a closet full of sequin gowns? I'm sorry. I'm just trying to be realistic. Cece's gonna go after me with everything he's got. He's gonna have a field day with me, and Mason's gonna help him, and I don't know what I'm gonna do.
They are not going to take Brandon away from you. I will not allow it. Do you hear me? That's all there is to it. Now, I don't want you to start crying. They're not taking Brandon away from you. Did you see this?
Oh, my God. Well, I can tell he's already gone.
You've been here all night? Yeah, all night. Wow. It's like a dream. I mean, not only was the eclipse last night, but I've never kissed anybody before, except relatives, and a horse once. I've never even kissed a horse. I'm glad it was during the eclipse. Now we know our love will last through all eternity. Oh, that's what my friend Bunny said. Do you think it's true? I mean, how do you know if you're really in love? Beats me. I'm new at this. Maybe I should ask you to do something very, very hard to prove you love me. Or you could ask me. Well, I could ask you again if you'll run away with me. That's a hard thing, isn't it? Yeah, that's hard. Look, if you can't go, I'll understand. No, I can't let you go alone, Brandon. I'll do it. I'll come with you. You will? If I said no, it would break the spell, and our love wouldn't last for all eternity. Just let me go get some clothes on and write a note to my dad first.
Good, I'll see you then. Thanks, Cruz, I appreciate it.
She was calling home to check on your daughter. She'll be right back.
Good.
Hey, Cruz?
Yeah, I need to see him. So much to get done. I might as well get started.
Yeah. We'll try to accomplish everything in one day, son. There's plenty of time.
I don't know if there'll ever be enough time, Dad. A lot to make amends for.
Yeah. I know the feeling. There's some things I've been trying to say to you now. Since you came back last night, I'm having a very difficult time finding the words.
Dad, I know what I did to you was unforgivable.
Well, my boy, maybe you wouldn't have done it if years ago you had a different kind of a father. All I had to do was let you grow up normal, and his Sonny would never have come into being. All I can tell you now is having you back is the best thing that's happened to me in a long, long time. Here he is, all yours. You can take over now.
I'm gonna keep him under 24 hours surveillance. I just asked Mrs. Cobb to put Samantha on the phone, and I told her that her father was gonna come home soon.
Not soon enough. When I think how confused and hurt she must have been when I left. Not to mention you.
You didn't hurt me. Sonny did.
Yeah, well, somebody has to pay for it. I was there the whole time, watching, vowing that if I ever got free, I'd try to make up for it. I did manage to get the ball rolling when Sonny would hit the bottle with more than his usual gusto. I'd run around and try to fix things before he sobered up.
Like when you sent the invitations?
I managed to do something else.
What?
I made copies of the memos and hid them.
You're joking.
About saving your career? That's nothing to joke about.
Where did you hide them?
At the chapel. In the sign that lists the times Michael hears confessions. I guess I was hoping that he would find them and give them to you. At any rate, I want you to find them. and reopen the case.
Do you really want me to do that? You want me to prosecute your father?
I don't think it'll ever get to court, not if he does what I'm hoping, which is to offer a cash settlement to the families of the workers involved.
Can people die of homesickness? I thought you were tired of your dad dragging you to rodeos and stuff. Well, sometimes it's fun. He said one day he might buy me a horse of my own. If I go with you, I might never get a horse. Probably not. Look, Anissa, I was planning to do this by myself anyway. Won't your mom be worried? Just like my dad? She'd have a lot more to worry about if I stayed. Her life would be a lot easier without me. That doesn't make sense. It would if you knew my mom. But you love her? Well, sure I love her. And she loves you. Two people that love each other should be together, no matter what. Even if they're miserable sometimes. Maybe you're right. And another reason you can't go. How can you and I have a love that lasts for all eternity if we never see each other? Good point. So you're not gonna run away? All right. Let's go get some cereal or something. I'm starving. I better get home, Anissa. Thanks for helping me figure things out. Thanks for asking me to run away with you. It was very romantic. You're the most romantic boy I ever met. Well, bye. The front door's back this way. Romantic guys always climb in.
A dream that can
Bye.
Isn't it romantic?
I don't get it. You've been so crazy about Chelsea ever since you started visiting the children's home. Now the kid gets what she wants and you don't even crack a smile.
I don't know. Maybe I'm still trying to adjust to the fact that I had nothing to do with this.
Well, it's not like you didn't try to place her. You did everything you could to
Yeah,
find
that's
her.
right. I did everything I could, and Celeste has known this child for a few hours, and she accomplished something I couldn't.
Honey, that's because the situation fell right in her lap. It was a matter of pot luck.
It doesn't matter, Scott. It still turns out to be something that she shares with you, and it's something that I wanted to share with you. And I'm starting to feel like she's intruding on every part of our lives.
That's kind of an overstatement, isn't it?
I don't think so. Our Valentine's Day turns out to be a celebration of when you two were a couple. This adoption turns out to include people that you guys used to double date with. The clinic has turned out to a place for you, where it's a place where you guys rehash old times. Really, I hate to admit that I have this resentment, but I almost wish that she'd never even started working at the clinic.
She didn't tell me Heather was going to be here. And Dr. Clark.
Hey.
Hi.
How you doing?
Is the hospital closed today?
No, the hospital never closes. It's just that Heather and I are playing hooky for a few minutes.
I told Dr. Clark and Heather that I had some very exciting news for you, and so they wanted to be here when you got it. Heather?
Well, I understand that you met some very nice people yesterday, right? Mr. and Mrs. Hutchinson?
Celeste's friends.
Yeah, well, honey, they want you to go and live with them. They want to adopt you.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
For keeps?
Mm-hmm. That's right, for keeps, if you want to go.
My gosh, of course I want to go. Father Michael, is it for real? You swear to God?
I swear to God.
I can't believe it. I just can't believe it.
Honey, we're really happy for you. I know this is something you've wished for a long, long time, and it finally came true.
Where? Where are Mr. and Mrs. Hutchinson?
You mean your parents?
They had to sign some papers at the courthouse, but they're going to be coming back to take you to the airport in just a couple of hours.
I better pack my suitcase.
Well, how about if we go get ourselves an ice cream first to celebrate, huh?
Can Celeste come?
No, I'm sorry, honey, but Celeste can't get away from work right now. But she sends her love.
Well, I'd like her to have some. If you could give it to me.
Sure. What is it?
Well, after I met Mr. and Mrs. my parents, I drew a picture for good luck. See? Here's my new mom, and here's my new dad. Here's Celeste with a big smile. I drew it because I didn't want her to ever forget the day that became the best day of my whole life.
So anyway, that's why I didn't tell her that you were in the hospital. I hope you understand.
That's of course. Not after all she's been through. Give her my love when you talk to her. Better yet, give me your number in Paris and I'll tell her myself.
Great, I'm sure she'd like that.
Cruz, there's another reason why I wanted you here. I'm not quite sure how to get into this.
Well, maybe it should wait for some other time then, Meyson. You know, a person who came as close to dying as you just did deserves to get a little rest, don't you think?
I was close to dying, Cruz. Very close. I was in a place, sort of between darkness and light. Does that sound crazy?
No.
It wasn't like a dream. It wasn't like anything I've ever known before.
Was it like hovering over your body and being able to see yourself? I've heard stories of people.
No. No, this is like freedom. To go anywhere, be anywhere I wanted just by wanting it. Now, I know it sounds crazy, but I felt like I could communicate with people who had died before. So, at one point, I started looking around for Adriana.
Did you see her?
No. Now, take this how you will, but I found out that she hadn't passed over, which to me means that she hadn't died.
Oh, dear God.
Now, I told myself that might just upset you. That if you're trying to adjust hearing this, it might just be more painful.
No. No. I'm glad you told me this, Meyson. Oh, I can't tell you how glad.
I just had the sense that you might have felt a little left out.
Well, I just would have liked to have seen the expression on Chelsea's face when you told her she was going to be adopted. She must have been on top of the world.
That's putting it mildly.
Yeah, well, she should be. She's going to get a lot of love and attention now. She's probably just going to blossom. And she'll grow up, she'll have poise and confidence, and she'll be and do whatever she wants to do. Not what everybody expects her to do.
Well, that's the struggle for most of us, isn't it? We know what we want, but we just are worried about getting the approval of others.
Or maybe it's just wrong to want certain things.
You can't help what you want, just what you do. And denying yourself isn't always the path to happiness either.
You don't mean we should go after what we want, no matter what?
Well, I guess it all boils down to whether going after what you want will knowingly hurt somebody else.
Just brings you right back to where you started.
Just, yeah, 10 minutes. Thanks.
Where's Meyson?
I believe they just took him down to X-ray.
You waiting for him to get back?
No, I'm on my way to headquarters right now.
Why aren't you on your way to France?
I believe we've been over this, Mr. C. I'll talk to you later.
Look, Cruz, I still don't understand how you can allow yourself to be content to be separated from your wife all...
Content? Is that what I am? I'm content?
Wait a minute. That's the wrong word. I'm sorry. Look, it's very tough to understand how you can allow yourself not to be near your wife at this time. To top it all, if Meyson gets shot, we're sitting here, we don't know whether he's going to live or die. You never show up. I mean, minutes go by, and I'm waiting for you to come here. You never show your face. That's not you. What's going on?
Mr. C, even if I could have stood another death watch, which is doubtful, I simply couldn't be here. I was working. Now, I'd love to be able to tell you how I've been spending my 20-hour days lately, but I can't. I can't tell you about it. Except to say that it's possibly the most important work of my life, and I'm doing it as much for Eden as for myself. Excuse me.
Police said they won't even start looking for him until he's gone 24 hours. Buddy, where could he be?
I wish I knew.
What about that little girl?
Anissa.
Yeah, could he be with her?
I called her house from the upstairs phone, no answer.
How could I have done this to my own son?
Gina, don't.
I mean, I practically drove him out of the house. He thought he was a big problem to me. He didn't want Sonny Sprocket as a stepfather, and I can't say that I blame him. Every time he tried to talk to me about it, I wouldn't listen.
I didn't help matters either. I kept telling him that he had to take care of you, especially if Sonny was going to be around. That's a heck of a lot of pressure for a kid to take. No wonder he took off.
I'm not going to wait here.
Oh, for crying out loud, Gina, you don't even know where you're going.
I don't care. I have to do something. God. Thank God.
I just got confused and thought, maybe if you have one less thing to worry about.
Oh, sweetie. You're not something I worry about. You're the most important person in the world to me. And when things go really badly, like when Keith left, you are the thing that stops me from giving up.
But I don't do anything to make it help stop hurting.
You don't have to do anything. Or say anything. All you have to do is be Brandon. Your strength, your honesty, your loyalty. Those qualities are what help me get through things. And I don't know how you've maintained them living with someone as crazy as me.
Well, if you're crazy, then I'm crazy about crazy people.
Did I mention your sense of humor? I like that, too. I want us to promise each other something.
Okay. I promise I'll never run away again.
And I promise to try and not make you always take care of me. Because after all, I'm supposed to be the grown-up, right?
Could have fooled me.
Second thought. Tell you what, I'm gonna try to be more grown-up and take care of you. Because you're still a kid, even if you do have a girlfriend. I want to hear more about her. Bunny told me she's really nice.
She is.
I want you to grow up too fast, though. Because being your mom is one of my favorite things in the world. I still need a lot of practice.
Okay. I'll try and be a kid for a couple more years.
Thanks.
Could I ask you one question?
Sure.
Can a kid have a love that lasts all eternity?
Well, you must have done a good job on Gina. She left here a broken woman.
Well, you know Gina, never down for long.
I know, that's what worries me. I mean, she rose from the dead to become my wife. Not once, but twice. She always did the same thing to you. The terrible thing about it, she was the only one who knew about your sickness. She didn't tell anybody. She used it for her own gain. That's a low move even for her.
She may have used Sonny, but he was more than willing. And she wasn't responsible for creating him.
No, she wasn't. I was.
No, you can't blame yourself for that, Dan.
Oh, yes, I can. You were a harmless 6-year-old playing a childish game. And I felt that you weren't going to amount to anything, so I had to take control.
You wanted what you thought was best for me, that's all.
I could have asked you what you wanted, couldn't I?
Why should you? I mean, I let it happen. When I rebelled in secret. I was playing the part of the prize student on the outside and nursing my resentment on the inside till it became so big it developed its own heartbeat, its own body and soul. Sonny Sprocket was the personification of all my bitterness, and you didn't bring him into being, Dad, I did.
You have changed. Drastically. You were never so forgiving.
You were never so willing to ask for forgiveness.
We've had our share of fresh starts, haven't we? Always thought we'd make it. Give it a shot after shot, and for some reason we always ended up at odds. What are you gonna do with this time, aren't we, son?
There'll always be a little part of Sonny Sprocket in me that tries to gum up the works, but I think I'm ready for him. As soon as I get out of here, I've got some money I have to return to you.
No, that's all right.
I can't do anything about Gina's half, but I can give you back mine.
How about making it fun for Samantha?
No. I want to put it back in your hands, Dad. I want to make the gesture, even if it is only symbolic. Let me do that, huh?
You don't have to ask me permission for anything. You are your own man. And I am so proud of you.
Well, I'm sure as hell working on it.
All right, I want you to fax this to every one of the organizations on the list I gave you. Tell them that she may have been registered with an employment agency specializing in child care. Okay? This is amazing. I guess you put in a full day's work. You want to knock off now, relax for a while?
I don't know if I can, Cruz.
Is something wrong?
The whole time I was trying to recreate Katerine's face, I just became increasingly anxious. I just feel like something really bad's gonna happen.
What do you mean, to you or to Katerine?
I don't know. I'm just really scared.
Excuse me? Campari and soda, please.
That's okay, Frank. I'll take care of the lady.
I don't believe it. Julia's going to go ahead with the case.
And not only that, but she thinks that CC is going to settle generously with all of the plaintiffs. And you probably won't even have to go to court.
This is fantastic. Did you hear that, Dad? We won after all. Damn, we went after Capwell and we nailed him.
You gotta call Norma Jacobs first, and then you gotta call the O'Reillys and the Johnsons. God, the old neighborhood is gonna be knee-deep in confetti
This is
tonight.
unbelievable.
And it's all because of you, honey. I'm very proud of you. You know what? You better get started, huh?
No. News this good has to be delivered in person, honey. I may be late, but I'm gonna bring back plenty of champagne.
I gotta go to the chapel. I'll walk out with you.
Okay.
Bye.
Oh, they're gonna all make him feel like such a hero. He deserves it.
Oh, he sure does. So are you gonna fix the special dinner and everything?
What?
Well, he said he was gonna bring home champagne, so I thought you just
May want to maybe give me a couple of suggestions. Is that it? Or maybe a few of Scotty's old recipes from the past that he really likes. Maybe his mom's dip recipe would be a good idea.
Heather, no, I wasn't trying to...
You know, I'm sorry, but it just seemed to me like you were trying to tell me that it's my duty to make sure that I have the proper celebration for my fiancé. I didn't...
I gave you that impression. I'm sorry.
It wasn't intentional, right, Celeste? I'm sure it wasn't intentional. It never is.
Brandon will probably sleep all the way through till morning. He said he didn't get any sleep last night. He's so funny. He started talking to me about the moon and the eclipse and eternal love. Where does he get that stuff?
I don't know.
Seems to me someone else in this house is exhausted, too.
I don't think I've had any sleep since what was supposed to be my wedding. What was that? How many days ago?
Well, I say it's high time for a little sleep.
Thanks. Feels good. You made such a nice fire, too. I wish you still lived here. Take such good care of me.
Makes me happy to take care of you.
That Brandon and I are alone again. Oh, maybe you should move back in. We could be like the Three Musketeers. What do you say?
What do I say? say I love you, Gina. I love you for eternity. Pero te es solo mío.
Sandra?
It's Katerine. She's in danger. Somewhere right this minute. Somewhere not far from here.
Where? Can you tell?
No. But there's someone I couldn't see. Someone who wants to hurt her.
Here we go. You know, not many people around here order Campari. You, from Europe, perhaps?
No. Could you give me some change? I need to use the telephone.
Sure. Here we go. Phone's right over there.
You're a piece of work, Daniels. The technique never changes.
What are you talking about?
Well-heeled chick of a certain age crosses your path. Boom. Here comes again.
Hey, I was just making conversation, all right?
Yeah, right.
Yes. Santa-Barbara. No, I told you, it can't wait. I must see you right away.
Come here. I've been missing you so much I may have a relapse.
I've missed you too. Wish you didn't have to be in this hospital bed.
I know.